Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm fine, thanks.
That's good.
We're gonna start revising the information we learned yesterday. Do you remember which grammar we practiced yesterday?
Yeah.
What was it?
We saw must, may,
Must, good.
could, may.
Okay. And when do we use that grammar? When do we use may, might, must? To talk about what?
When we are talking about the probability.
When we're talking about the probability, very good, okay? Yes, you're right. That's when we use the grammar. Now, I want you to open your books on page 96. Page 96. On page 96, you're gonna find this image. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
For this activity, we're gonna do it a little bit differently from the instructions because of the nature of the class we're having. We normally have classes in a classroom, but this time we're not in a classroom, so we're gonna modify the activity a little bit. The instruction says pair work. Look at this scene of an airport. What do you think is happening in each of the situations? Look at the people's body language for clues. And this is an example. It's why do you think the couple in situation one looks upset? Well, they might be having a flight. They look, and then more information. How do you think the woman in situation 6 is? She must be famous. She might be a famous artist. In this case, the activity is supposed to be done in pairs. We cannot have it in pairs. What I want you to do is write your answers in the chat window, okay? We're gonna start with number 1, okay? What do you think is happening in number 1? What is wrong with the woman in number 1? I want you to write your answer first in the chat window, and then we discuss it a little bit in the chat window, and then we report answers, and then we continue with number 2. So far, write please only your answers for number 1 in the chat window. Remember, use may, might, must. She might be, she must be, she might have a delay on their flight. Okay, she might be going to a meeting. I don't know, okay? Write your answers in the chat window, please. Good. Salma says she might be making a phone call. Okay. Fernanda Escalante, she might be having a stressful day. Vanessa Perez, they may have missed their flight. Very good. Another different answer that you can have? Mariana Lopez says she might have a lot of luggage. Well, she definitely has a lot of luggage. Okay. It could mean they are having a discussion. Okay. Good. That's Ludim's answer. Now, what about number 2? Can you tell me what's happening in number 2? Type also the number of answer. He may be eating a spaghetti. For number 2, well, I cannot find number 2. Let me. Oh, but look, in this case, Salma, you cannot say that he may be eating a spaghetti because he's definitely eating a spaghetti. Okay, So you cannot use models of probability for something that is real, okay? He must be eating spaghetti, well, it is more probable, okay? But what you can assume is that, well, we already know that he's eating spaghetti, that's for sure. So you cannot use models of probability because he is actually eating a spaghetti. But Fernando Escalante's answer is good. And also Ludim's and Katie, he must be enjoying his food. That's good. You're talking about the probability. He's definitely eating spaghetti. That's right. Okay. What about number 3? Can you help me with number 3? Anybody? Remember, where are we? Number 3 right now? Okay. Mariana Lopez, can you read? Can you tell us your answer for number 3?
He might be lost.
Very good. Okay. Katie, can you read your answer? Katie, are
He,
you there?
yes, he could be looking for directions.
Good. Okay. Luz, can you read your answer?
She could be showing you where the beach.
Where, yes, she could be showing them the boy where the beach is, right? Good. Okay. Mahu is asking for the page, is page 96. Okay. Now let's continue with number 4. That was number 3. Number 4. Write your answers, please, for number 4. Okay, Luz, can you tell us your answer? Can you read it for the class? Luz? We lost
What,
Luz.
teacher?
Can you read your answer, Luz?
Okay. She could be receiving an urgent call.
Good. She could be receiving an urgent call. Fernanda Escalante, can you read your answer?
Sure. She could be working online.
Okay. Vanessa Perez?
She is probably going to a work trip.
Okay, good. Salma? Salma is not here?
Yes. She might have a big meeting.
Okay. And Luisa Valeria?
She probably mean working.
She probably is working. She's probably working. Okay. Well, now that was number 4. Could you please tell me, well, could you please first type in the chat room number 5, please? Fernanda Escalante, can you read your answer?
Yes. She's probably waiting for someone.
She's probably waiting for someone. Perla Lucero?
You are probably thinking of something.
Okay, but I am probably or the person in the picture? She's probably. Carla Murguia? is not here. Carla Murguia, we lost her. Majo Garcia,
She could be eating with the person next to her.
maybe they are together, but sitting on different tables. You're right. Okay. Melissa Orozco,
She's probably thinking about her bad decisions.
she's probably thinking about her bad decisions. Cassandra,
She probably talking with person number 2.
she's probably talking with person number 2. Aranza,
She's probably eating her breakfast.
she's probably eating her breakfast. Good. Now, on your student book, go back to the pages we were working yesterday. Hold on, let me check what page is in your book because mine is a bit different. It's page 67, okay? Are you there on page 67?
Yes.
Yes. On page 67, it says perspectives. We have here different signs. The title says rules and regulations. And we have here different signs, right? Now, what do you think these signs mean? Listen and match each sign with the correct meaning. Before you listen, answer it. Yes? Match the image, match the sign with the meaning, okay? I give you a couple of minutes and then I play it for you. It's not necessary to write the answer in the chat room this time. Just type ready or say ready when you're ready, okay?
Okay.
So start doing it and then I play it for you. Okay, Majo is ready, Lurim ready. Fatima, it's not necessary to write the answers. Don't write the answers, please. Don't write the answers, just write ready for all of them. Okay, finish the exercise and when you're done, then you type ready. Okay, most of you are ready now, so I'm gonna play it for you, okay? I'm gonna play it, listen and check your answers.
Page 95, Exercise 8, Perspectives, Rules and Regulations, Part A. What do you think these signs mean? Listen and match each sign with the correct meaning. A.
You can swim here.
B. You aren't allowed to take photos here. C.
You have to fasten your seatbelts.
D. You've got to take off your shoes to enter. E.
You are allowed to park here.
F. You can't turn left. G.
Pets aren't allowed in this area.
H. You have to turn off electronic devices in this area.
Okay, now, who wants to read the answers? Now we have to read I need you to write on the chat window if you want to read your answer, or write the letter, I mean the number and the letter in the chat window, okay? Number one, what is the answer? Fernando Escalante, what's number one?
The number one is the letter D. You've got to take off your shoes to enter.
Good, you've got to take off your shoes to enter. Who wants to read number two? Lucero.
Number 2, letter A. You can swim here.
Okay, good, Lucero. Number three. Tania. Tania Ramírez.
Estoy en clase. Estoy en clase.
Well, Salma, number three.
Number 3, I put pets aren't allowed in this area.
Pets aren't allowed in this area. Tanya,
The
number
letter
four.
G.
Tanya, number four.
You are allowed to park here.
Okay. You are allowed to park here. Eleanor. Eleanor, number five. Well, Daniela Luna, number five.
Part 5 is 8. You have to turn off electronic devices in this area.
Okay. Number six. I have a quiz in the chat room. There's someone, but it does not appear the name. It appears SMG3OH. Who are you? Who is this person? SMG530H. Who is it?
I am Alejandra.
Alejandra. Okay, Alejandra, tell us. Tell us your answer.
Okay, 6 is you got to take off your shoes to enter.
Okay.
Or C.
For number six?
Yes.
Nope. Number six is...
You have to fasten your seatbelt.
Yes,
Okay.
you have to fasten your seatbelt, okay?
Okay.
Margarita, number 7, please.
Number 7 is letter B. You aren't allowed to take photos here.
Number 7 is you aren't allowed to take photos here. You aren't allowed to take photos here. And the last one, number 8. Cassandra, number 8.
You can turn left.
Okay, you can't turn left. On this exercise, we can see models, but these models are not models of probability. These models are a little bit different. These models are models for permission, obligation, and prohibition. Do you see? That is different than a probability. Let's pay attention to the grammar focus section, and then I'll explain, okay? Listen, read the examples.
Page 95, exercise 9, grammar focus, permission, obligation, and prohibition. Permission.
You can swim here.
You're allowed to park here. Obligation.
You have to fasten your seatbelt.
You've got to take off your shoes. Prohibition.
You can't turn left.
Pets aren't allowed in this area.
Okay, so the models are can, allowed to, have to, got to, can't, and aren't allowed. For permission, we have can and allowed to. When we say permission, we say that is optional. For example, in the English class, you can use computers if you want to, and you are allowed to use your cell phones. I sometimes give you permission to use your cell phones, but it's not an obligation. It's something optional. Yes? For example, if I say you can use your cell phone in the classroom to translate words, that's optional. Yes, it's not an obligation. If you want to check a word in your cell phone, you can check it. But if you don't want to, it's fine. So permissions are things that are not obligatory. They are not mandatory. Okay? So for permissions, you use can, allowed to. For obligations, you use have to, got to, and must. Okay? Obligation, you have to fasten your seatbelt. You've got to take off your shoes. Can you give me an example of an obligation at school? Something that is mandatory at the English class or at Normal Torreón?
You have to. Me?
You have
You
to?
have to use
You have to use uniform.
a uniform.
Good. You have to wear a uniform. Okay? You have to wear a uniform. The uniform is not optional. Yes, it's an obligation. Okay? You have to wear a uniform. Okay? Or you've got to wear your uniform is the same. Have to, got to is the same, and it's for obligation. For prohibition, something that you can do at school. Think about it. Something that you can't do at school.
You can eat in class.
You can't eat in class, especially on multimedia rooms. That is where we usually take the class. You can't eat in class. You aren't allowed to eat in class. Any other example?
How can I say in librería or biblioteca?
Oh, the library.
Okay. You aren't allowed to make noise in the library.
It's true. You aren't allowed to make noise in the library. You have to be quiet, or you must be quiet. Okay? Now, go to page in your book, page 145, please. Okay, page 145, the grammar plus section. This page. I'm sorry, in your book is different. It's not 145. In your book is 109. Okay? Remember that my digital book is different from yours. In your book, it must be 109. Okay? Are you there? Is this exercise? Have you found it?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. It says permission, obligation, and prohibition. Okay? We use have or has with got to. You have to, he's got to, she's got to think of, to tell, to express an obligation. Okay? You have to, he has to, she has to, I have to, we have to. Okay? When do we use has? I've just explained it. We use has to when?
When we use a pronoun of third person.
And what are the pronouns?
It. She, he, it.
Okay. He, she, it. For example, when we talking about Normal Torreón, I've got to make lesson plans. Okay. Daniela has to do homework. We have to be on time. Okay. Now, Complete the conversations with the words and phrases in the box. Use each word or phrase only once, okay? So complete the conversation with the words in the yellow box. When you're ready, type in the chat room that you're ready, okay? Let's start. Okay. Mariana is ready. Good. Salma is ready. Let's have, well, let's give you the rest some more minutes, okay? A little bit more time. Okay. We're gonna have some people reading the answers. We're gonna have Mariana and Salma, conversation 1. Mariana is gonna be A, Salma B. Conversation 2, Ludim is A, Aranza is B. Conversation 3, Cassandra is A, and Fatima is B. Conversation 4, Fernanda Escalante is A, Karen Diaz is B. Okay?
Okay.
So number 1, who was number 1? Who is gonna read number 1?
Me.
Okay, can you start?
No, that thing say no fishing. That means we can fish here.
Who was B?
Me. You're right. We have to go somewhere else to fish. I think you have to go to the fish pond in the fish in the pond on Sarah Road. Let's go there.
Okay. At the end, we post the answers. Okay, so just give me a minute. We have to hurry up because we have only 10 more minutes for the meeting to finish. Okay, we cannot have more than 40 minutes in this app. Okay, number 2. Can you read number 2?
What does that sign mean?
It means bad news for us. It means you aren't allowed to bring dogs to the beach. We'd better take Buddy home.
Okay. Number 3.
I am number 3. Okay. Please don't leave your garbage here. You can put it in the trash room down the ¿cómo se dice eso? Down the hall. That's one of the building's rules. Oh
And
my
B,
God.
who was B?
Me, teacher.
I'll say I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Is your line, okay? Number 4.
You are allowed to put your bike in the bike room downstairs if you want. It's much safer than locking it up outside.
Okay. And B?
Oh, that's great. I will do that. I don't know about the bike room.
Okay. And let me show you the answers. These are the answers. Can you see them?
Yes.
If you made a mistake, just make the correction. Okay? Have you finished copying the answers?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we're gonna have the last activity. Go back to page 67, please. Page 67. This exercise, are you there? We have here on page 67 different signs. What do these signs mean? Letter A is example. The first sign means you've got to use the stairs in case of fire. Yes, I think you're right. And the second one means you aren't allowed to. Let's continue with sign number 2. Type your answer in the chat window, okay? What does sign number 2 mean? Okay, remember, I think it means you have to, you got to, or you can't, you aren't allowed. Okay, write complete answers in the chat window. Okay, Ale Romero, do you have a question? It's because Ale Romero raised her hand. No? Okay, Ale. It appeared on the screen that you've raised your hand. Lucero, can you read your answer for number 2?
The sign number 2 means that you aren't allowed to use headphones.
Okay, Aranza? Number 2?
Yes. And I think it means you aren't allowed to use. No. ¿Qué? ¿Ese de los audífonos?
Yes, the one of the headphones, number 2.
You aren't allowed to hear music.
Okay, good. Now, write your answers for number 3, please. Anybody? Number 3? Ludim?
You have to put your garbage in the trash can.
Good. Fernanda Escalante?
The third one means you have to put the garbage inside the trash bottle.
Okay. Majo Garcia?
You have to throw the garbage in the boat.
In the bin or in the trash can? Let me type it for you. Is bin or trash can, okay? But bin is very common, okay? And number 5.
Five or 4?
I'm sorry, I skipped number 4. Number 4. Katie?
Yes, the four images means that you have to sound out your cell phone.
You have to or set your cell phone into vibration mode, okay, or put the volume down. Karen, number 4. Karen Diaz.
You aren't allowed to use cell phones here.
Okay. Salma.
You must silence your cell phone.
Okay. Now, number 5, please. Anybody?
You can bring food here.
Okay, good. Fernando Escalante.
You aren't allowed to eat in this area.
Okay. Number 6. Luz.
You can park your bike here.
Very good, Luz. You can park your bike in here. Number 7.
You can you cannot record here.
You cannot record in here. Number 8. Ludim.
You have to show your ID.
Your ID. Good. Well, let's call it a day. Remember that tomorrow you have to, well, by tomorrow you have to deliver or you have to finish English Discovery's platform, just this unit, okay? Yes? We're not gonna have any more virtual lessons this week, okay? Wait for instructions for the lesson for next week, okay? But for this week, we finished with the virtual lessons. I'm gonna upload the lessons to YouTube. We have less than 1 minute, okay? Time left. Do you have any questions?
No.
No,
No?
teacher.
A teacher.
Okay, well, any question you have, remember I'm available through WhatsApp, so you can send me your doubts, okay?
Okay.
Yes, well, I see you later, girls.
Right, teacher.
See you, teacher.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.